Hello, good afternoon. You are welcome to News at 12 here on Radio Guy Online, coming to you live from our studios here in Kokomlemle. My name is Evans Nana Eje.
And I am Nelly Fox.
Coming up, Deputy Upper East Women Organizer for the National Democratic Congress, Grace Nko Awini, has expressed optimism that the party will massively win the 2020 general elections because Ghanaians are disappointed in the current government. And President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has cut the sword for the construction of Ghana's first modern foundry and machine tooling center.
Doctors in Abuja will begin an indefinite strike on Tuesday morning over non-payment of what they term as COVID-19 hazard and inducement allowance since April.
And to our first story, the communications director of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Yaw Boaben Asamoah, says the opposition National Democratic Congress deferred their manifesto launch because their flag bearer still cannot determine what Ghanaians want. The NDC changed the date for the launch of their manifesto from August 31st to September 7th, 2020. The ruling party has already launched its manifesto. Addressing a news conference in Accra Monday, the Adentan MP said the NDC has been hit hard with the quality of policies in the MPP's manifesto. In a statement signed by its General Secretary Johnson Esiedun Ketia Friday, the NDC said at its weekly meeting held on Thursday, the 27th of August 2020, the Functional Executive Committee of the National Democratic Congress has fixed Monday, the 7th day of September 2020, as the date for the launch in Accra of the party's manifesto for the December 2020 general election.
Also, Deputy Upper East Women Organizer for the NDC, Grace Nko, has expressed optimism that the party will massively win the 2020 general elections because Ghanaians are disappointed in the current government. Speaking at a ceremony to launch the campaign team in the Garu Tempanti constituency, she said the party will work hard to ensure they win both the presidential and parliamentary polls. According to Ms. Nko, Ghanaians got involved massively in the registration exercise because they want to kick the NPP out of power. Grace Nko further urged the campaign team members to work hard in order to enable the party win the 2020 polls.
And to some other story, a chief at Jama Timponim, a community in the Techiman municipality of the Bono East region, has been arrested by police for smoking marijuana and carrying a gun in the bush. Nana Jaba Ameya was caught red-handed in the bush smoking weed, and when the police wanted to arrest him, he drew a gun to free himself but was overpowered by the security personnel. A royal and leader of the Nkwankwa division said they had to intervene before the chief was granted bail. According to reports, the development has infuriated the community and the sub-chiefs who have called on the Techiman Traditional Council to distoll him without hesitation. The royal leader added that the kingmakers in the area have resolved to distoll the chief and called on the paramountcy to act without delay. Nana Jaba Ameya has also been accused of selling all the lands in the area without using the proceeds for any developmental project in the community.
And to our fourth story, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has cut the sword for the construction of Ghana's first modern foundry and machine tooling center, which will produce agro-processing machines and equipment, farming implements and spare parts for maintenance and repairs. In cutting the sword for the starting of construction on Monday, President Akufo-Addo explained that once it is done, the facilities at the center will provide support for policy initiatives of government. Delivering his remarks at the ceremony, the president explained that the establishment of the foundry and machine tooling center is a key of a much broader framework that is designed to ensure that Ghanaian socio-economic development is driven by science and innovation. In advocating for a Ghana beyond aid, President Akufo-Addo told the gathering that government has decided to pursue the strategy of adding value to our resources through an accelerated industrialization strategy that exploits the resources of our nation.
And now to sports. President of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt Okraku, has assured fans of the sport in the country that football will return soon. Speaking at the GFA's 26th Ordinary Congress at Pram Pram, Kurt Okraku stated that despite the retention of the existing ban on contact sport, including football, by the president last Sunday, Nana Akufo-Addo's utterances indicate that plans to bring back the sport were being considered seriously. Many sports in the country have been on hold since Ghana recorded its first COVID-19 case back in March. The ban on non-contact sports was eventually lifted at the end of June. Some of the country's national football teams have also been given special permission to train ahead of their upcoming engagements. However, contact sports in the country generally remain embargoed due to the increased risk of transmission of the disease. Speaking in his 16th COVID-19 update on Sunday, the president said that a decision would be taken in the next couple of weeks. The GFA president noted that these comments were encouraging and suggested that imminent return of the game in Ghana. He added that when football activities are allowed to resume, the current administration will work to ensure the game prospers.
On the international front, householders doctors in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, will begin an indefinite strike on Tuesday morning over non-payment of what they term as COVID-19 hazard and inducement allowance since April. The Association of Resident Doctors said the authorities had failed to fulfill their promises to pay its members who are working in isolation and treatment centers as well as hospitals. It said the strike comes after the expiry of a 14-day ultimatum it had given the authorities. The association's leaders, in a statement, said they also want the government to address non-payment of promotion areas since 2016, non-remittance of deductions, including pensions, and non-payment of allowances. The authorities in Nigeria's capital have not yet commented on the strike, but the doctors have vowed they will not go back to work until their demands are met. Nigeria has so far confirmed 54,008 coronavirus cases, with 41,638 recoveries and 1,013 dead, according to the country's Center for Disease Control. The capital, Abuja, is the second worst hit after the commercial hub Lagos, but the country's number of daily confirmed infections are beginning to decline.
And now to some entertainment news. The newly crowned Artist of the Year, Eugene Kwame Mafu, popularly known as Kwame Eugene in the showbiz industry, has rated himself 75%. He said he worked extra hard last year, a situation that resulted in his crowning as the Artist of the Year in the just ended Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Speaking on 3FM's Urban Blend Monday, August 31, he said his album, which made him win the award, fared very well on the market. Kwame Eugene warded off stiff competition from the likes of Sarkodie, Kofi Kinata, Dinah Hamilton, and Medical to emerge the Artist of the Year. And that's how we end the news at 12. But before we go, a recap of our top stories. Deputy Upper East Women Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Grace Nkol Awini, has expressed optimism that the party will massively win the